welcome back to another K-Monthly! And this K-Monthly is for the releases of April that we did not react to, which is a lot. Because if you didn't know, we took a small break in April because it's really tiring. We didn't do a lot of reactions, so a lot of those things that we missed out on will be on this K-Monthly, as well as requests by our patrons. So since it is a lengthy one, if there's some things that were excluded, please understand. We can't fit it all. Honestly, we're just gonna speed run through this as much as possible.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
So to start off the list, we have a release by Hoshi from 17 called Spider. So this MV1 was just very creative, like the dance wise. They had like the bars, he was upside down, he had the backup dancers like helping him up. It was just so creative. I was like, wow, they really went ham with that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the song, the type of style that it was. Something that I enjoy, and the creativity of it was definitely appreciated. The next song we're gonna talk about is Lee Jinhyuk with OK. So of course Lee Jinhyuk from Uptension is a very active man now because they promote him and Woo-seok as soloists a lot.
We're always so salty about it.
But this was a pretty fun release. The video is really cool and creative. I liked how he was kind of multiplied and the panning of the video was really cool. I also really liked the play on words of the 5K and the OK. When he kept going, okay, and I'm like, oh, is that how you say 5 in Korean is oh.
We got that.
I was like,
Yeah, it was definitely a very like fun, enjoyable release. Next on the list, we have a special release by Chanyeol with Tomorrow. So as of course you guys know, Chanyeol enlisted. But of course he gave us a little present and it was this SM station, which I feel like it definitely fits him. It's like kind of like the soft hip-hop rock vibes that he always gives us. And the song is just very like sentimental and he's got amazing vocals. And I just miss him already.
it was soft boy hours in that video. He looked so soft and fluffy and his hair was so nice. Oh, they cut it all off.
He'll have it back.
The next song we're talking about is a request by our patron Lewis, and it's Yukika with Insomnia.
Yes, Yukika is back once again, consistent releases and the princess of city pop, because that's definitely her sound. She has found it and she is sticking to it. And yeah, it was just a nice retro song that she's given us with her nice pink hair. And it seems like she does have a lot of followers and I'm glad as well she is debuting in Japan with that song as well. So you keep going at it, Yukika. Next, we have their first comeback, Lunar Solar with DADADA. So I personally think it's definitely a lot better than their debut, and even though when I first heard the song I was like, okay, this is fine, it's definitely growing a lot on me. I listened to it, it's catchy as hell, it's on my phone, and I'm vibing with it, and I feel like they're very talented and they have a lot of potential to be a bigger girl group.
I really enjoyed this release. I really liked the music video as well. I thought it was really creative and cute, and it's just another song about loving yourself, but it's a really catchy song. I really do look forward to their other releases. The next song we're talking about was highly requested Reaction, and it's Onlyoneof Libido. So a lot of people tend to ask us to react to things that have any type of subtle gayness in it. We talk in depth about this in our podcast, Talk That, if you want to check out that episode. Just to kind of touch on it, the song was okay. We weren't like super crazy about it.
It grew on me.
Yeah, I feel like people kind of overhyped the video. I was expecting something a little more shocking, and it really wasn't. I felt like it was a very toned down,
it's kind of subtle game.
Very subtle, and we kind of talked in our podcast about how it's kind of weird to us that people ask us to react to things just because we're gay and something is kind of gay, and just because that's the case doesn't mean we're always gonna
be like, oh my god, yeah. Like, I think it's, you know, a catchy song. I see a lot of people like it. It seems like their album sales were good too, and that's great. The dance definitely was also a little shocking in certain parts, like the bridge. But overall, it was like a decent release, so unless it wasn't anything like insane, just because there was like some game. But if you genuinely like the song, then good for you. Next, we have a release by Bae173 with Loved You. So this song gave us some old school K-pop vibes, especially B1A4. In the chorus, I heard it and I was like,
Baby, I'm sorry vibes.
Yeah,
like, it just
something
had
like
that
that.
vibe to it, and I was like, oh, it's a little nostalgic. Though it did have some like weird processing. The song was not bad, and I guess, you know, when things do sound nostalgic, we tend to like enjoy it for that aspect. Next, we have a special release by SuperM with We Do.
Surprise SuperM release, wasn't expecting it, but here we are, and it was definitely a funky good time. The video was just, you know, colorful. The dance is something extra because they're always extra, and I had a good time with the song. I definitely enjoy it. They even had a challenge, but of course
It was really hard.
it's very hard to do because SM doesn't know.
No, they know what a challenge is. That's the thing. You want a challenge? Here it is.
No, that's not the right. Next, we have a release by Moon Sujin called The Moon, featuring Moon Taeil from NCT. They said Moon writes with this song. It was definitely like a nice vibing song. I mean, their vocals are obviously extremely well. She has a very unique vocal tone and so does he, and they just mesh well together, and I appreciate it. Sometimes we don't need crazy stuff. Just some nice vocals and a simple MV.
So we have a comeback by Davichi with Just Hug Me.
We love the ballad queens, and they just won't stop giving with their fucking vocals. The choruses gives me goosebumps, and like, I swear to you, I just wonder sometimes how they just sing so perfectly.
How do they do it?
How they do it? I mean, they've been doing it for years, obviously, but I'm like, chills. Like, even seeing them live when we did, I was like, legends only. Next, we have another release by Kang, and this time it's Anadome.
I'm looking for the antidote.
I swear to you, this man does not stop.
Yeah, for real.
Here's all these fucking releases. It's like another great track. And the lyrics are definitely very relatable, very personal. I feel like it kind of bounces off from Paranoia, like that same feeling of being watched and like you're trying to figure out a way out of the darkness. And I really liked it. I don't think it stood out to me as much as Paranoia, but it was still a great track.
The next song on the list is a solo comeback by WheeIn with Watercolor. And she's serving her smooth, jazzy R&B vibes in this song, right? It was very her style. All the Mamamoo members just really have their own style individually.
Yeah, and I feel like she showed a lot of her like dance-wise because she is by herself, and WheeIn's a really great dancer.
She's kind of shown us that before.
Yeah, but she gets to show it more in her
Yes.
solos, so like it's great to see it in Watercolor. Next on the list, we have a Patreon request by Brandon, and it's another 17 solo, this time the 8, or Minghao as I like to call him, Side by Side.
나란히 손잡고 싶지만 don't know what to do.
Minghao came out with a solo, and like as I mentioned, it seems like a lot of the 17 members have been doing solos. Like June also has solos, but this one was very nice. It was nice to see Minghao like carrying the song by himself. The MV was kind of like cute, and the song was very nice, and the chorus was catchy. And I also like the piano breakdown that happens in the bridge where he starts like getting down. And also we had a funny little cameo by June, Dino, and DK, so I thought that was very nice. So it was a very simple like video, but again, cool to see how all the members just carry solos.
So Majors came back with a double title track, so we have Rain on Me and Dancing in the Starlit Night.
Turn it up, volume up, 우리 뜨거운 party.
Such a specific title. So they came back pretty fast after their
Yeah.
debut, which I was like,
Pretty
okay.
sure they were in last month's.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, that's true. These two releases in general were a lot more like higher quality production wise than their debut, which is nice. That means that like, okay, hopefully they do got some money for Majors. And both songs are pretty decent. Like both of them to me weren't like anything spectacular, but I definitely see the potential in them. And I feel like if they just, you know, shape them up a little better and like mold them, then Majors could really come up. I also like their little colorful outfits. Like I like that this comeback was a lot more colorful and sparkly.
It gave
and
me like
elegant.
mermaid
Yes,
vibes.
which I think is what they were probably going for. So next on the list is A.C.E with Down featuring Grave.
I'm not the type to catch feelings. Something about you got me stuck and I'm sinking. Let me
They they said, here's a completely English song and we're gonna snatch with it. They did a really good job, I feel like, vocally and in English. And I also like the video idea.
I liked the video too. It was like them making like TikTok videos, and I honestly, the English was so good that it just didn't sound like it was actually them.
You're like, who is
It was
this?
so like
Yeah, it was
the
impressive.
enunciation was crazily good that I was like,
Especially like Byungkang with the rap.
I was really shook. I wish Wow would have been in the video, but he was not, so I was a little sad because that's my boy. Next we have a special anniversary release by Apink with Thank You.
고마워 용기를 주었던 그대들이 곁에 있어 반짝이는
No, thank you.
This is their 10-year anniversary song. They just brought it back with their classic Apink cuteness. It felt like it really sounded like nostalgic Apink. It was really nice and really refreshing.
They're just wholesome, adorable babies, and it's crazy because we were there when they debuted. So it's crazy to see that they've hit 10 years and we've been there for the 10 years. I'm like, my babies, they're women now. Next, we have a release by our men, New East, with Inside Out.
문을 닫았을 때 다 무너지는 것 내 마음은 자꾸 너에게
And I say men because back home, god damn.
All of them. Every time Newest comes back,
We become so straight. First, they give us a quality, catchy track. Another one, because they just said, we ain't gonna never give you a bad song. Okay, even Action's a great song, so don't even. He looks so good. Like Becco, I swear that man.
Aaron's not even my bias, and I just feel very strongly about him lately.
Let's just move on, because I feel like I can just go on
And
about
Ren's blue ass
I
hair.
can go on about Becco.
Day 6 is finally back, and they're back with You Make Me.
놓지 말아줘 네가 있다는
You make me confused by this video because I did not understand the plot.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, the song is really nice. It's really,
Yeah, it's really
kinda
good,
chill.
really good.
You know,
Vocally,
it's
it's
not
really
like they're
good.
more like upbeat rock songs. It's a little more chill. It's nice. Vocals are great.
Oh, fantastic.
The video started and I was like, oh my god, this guy got into a knife fight. Something's gonna go down. He's trying to hide it from his girlfriend. He's going through the whole.
She gonna get
car.
kidnapped or
Yeah.
something?
Some like stuff is going down, and then nothing happened.
No, she's like crying and she's like upset with him because she like passes out in the car, which I'm surprised didn't crash. And then suddenly it flashes to them driving in the highway to the beach, and they either died and they ended up in heaven, and that's the beach.
Maybe there is more to it, but it
Maybe
wasn't
there-
obvious enough.
Yeah,
For
us.
someone like me who is really bad at these things.
But of course, song-wise, it was great, and this is some of their best album sales that hit 100K. Great job, Day 6, even though Sungjin's in the military and they didn't promote this. Next, we have a release by the Brookie boy group P1 Harmony with Scared.
겁나니? Hey, 뭐가? Tell me what? 겁나니?
I put it on and you didn't look up yet to see what it was, and you were like, what is this? I'm scared. And then you looked up and it said scared.
Yeah, no, because the beginning of the video, like the intro is a little scary.
There's some like really interesting sounds in this song, and the instrumental was really cool. I really liked this weird like metal clanking
Yeah.
like sound or something.
It kind of gave us like 90s
90s hip hop vibes. I was really digging it. The chorus was a little weird,
a little lacking.
It felt a little empty, though I do think it's a grower if you just appreciate what the style is in itself. Next we have a Japanese release by Twice with Kura Kura.
달콤한 루트와 넌 날까 그라 말들 매직
Is that what they do?
Yeah, they go like-
I mean, it's a good song. It's nice. It's a good listen. It just kind of just sounds like a Twice song to me. I just felt like nothing about it really stood out that made me be like, oh my god, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't stand out as much as like Fake and True and Breakthrough to me. Like those Japanese tracks would definitely stand out. But like it's like a nice listen, like you said, decent, but there's not really much to say. I mean, of course, they always look fantastic. It's Twice, so Twice. So next we have another anniversary release because these groups did come out at the same year. We have B1A4 with 10 Times.
예쁜 영화 속
Because B1A4 also turns 10 this year along with Apink. So they released it. Obviously, it's still like OT3 B1A4 because Bato and Jinhyuk did leave the group after some time, which, you know, kind of sucks because it's sad to see like not an OT5 B1A4
Yeah.
for their 10 years.
I feel like it would have been nice if they would have maybe hinted at the fact that they were 5 members or just something. They made it very clear that it was just 3 members, and that kind of hurt. I feel like they could have done more with that. The song is soft, it's sweet, it's cute.
Soft boy
You You know,
hours.
they're playing around in the video. It really shows like how fun and quirky B1A4 is, and
Always
always
is.
has been. I don't know why Apink and B1A4 both had this font in their videos that were exactly the same, and I just thought it was a weird coincidence. Of
course,
they were both
Ama-
10-year anniversaries.
Of course, Amanda being an editor points that out.
The next song we're gonna talk about is another Patreon request by Ben, and it's Enhypen with Drunk-Dazed.
느껴져 내 머린 days 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 중독에 빠져 we play play play.
And y'all, I love this song.
She loves
I
this
love
song.
this song. From the first listen, I was like, I like how
I'm fine.
dance heavy this is. The processing was a little heavy, but like I let that go because I really like the song. The video was really entertaining. I'm really liking this direction they're going with whatever the storyline
Bloody,
is.
creepy vampires.
The
or
bloody,
something.
the bloody birthday party.
Hell
I was just
yeah.
like, I was so like intrigued. There was so much blood, and the song slapped. I loved everything about it.
Very
the dance is
passionate
really
about
fun. Like I'm just like, I found a bias.
You know what that means.
It's Jay.
So next we have a comeback by the boys of AB6 with Close.
And close her eyes 눈을 감아 그냥 내게 맡겨.
So AB6 said, we're gonna go back to our debut sound with this. Had that mystical kind of vibes in the beginning. The video is definitely very interesting.
Yeah.
Very trippy. You have the heavy bass drop in the chorus. I liked it. I thought it was like a bit more stand-outish to me than their recent releases, because honestly nothing has hit harder than their debut to me.
I liked it too. It does go in my list of songs that sound like this, because I do have a list of songs that have the same exact structure as this song. So it goes into that. So like I feel like it does lack in the creativity department, but it's still a good song nonetheless. On and Off is back with a repackage with Ugly Dance.
춤춰 춤춰.
Such an interesting name for
I
a
was
song.
very intrigued by this because of the name. It's a catchy song. The chorus is catchy with the 1 and 2 and like the weird effect they have on the voice there. I don't think it tops Beautiful Beautiful. That song was really good. The video was very simple, but like the
though.
editing was cool. I like the parts where it changes to like these black suit like
It
men.
flushes between.
And I thought that was really cool.
Um,
Also like how their outfits change from white
Yeah.
to black also is really cool.
My only qualm with this song is kind of the cringy lyrics in the chorus when they say like, what's up bro and what's up sis. We're not like other sexy idols, da-da-da. I'm assuming it's supposed to be joking or whatever, but like the what's up bro and the what's up sis part, I was like, if they would have said it once, okay, but the fact that they say it in the chorus, I was like. Next, we have a debut by the girl group Hot Issue with Gratata.
I'm gonna shoot shoot shoot. You're gonna boom boom boom. We're gonna bang bang bang.
Gratata!
Nice.
Gratata. As a lot of articles were pointing out, the ex-CEO, right, of Cube Entertainment made a girl group called Hot Issue. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Because 4 minutes, Hot Issue. I was definitely interested because of what it was attached to. Like, as a lot of people like this debut, but personally it felt kind of flat to me. I felt like especially the chorus was really lacking, and the concept itself and the styling, there was something that stood out to me.
Like the girl crush concept is really like just not as entertaining as it used to be. We've seen it all and it's not impressive to us. And it's a little disappointing because as someone who did kind of stan Cube early on in their career before the CEO left, I was looking forward to what he would create and I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do a girl crush or any concept, it has to be like somewhat unique, or like you have to structure it uniquely for it to be really stand out. Again, if you like the song for how it is, that's cool, but for us it just kind of, you know.
Next we have releases by BB with Bad, Sad, and Mad, as well as Life is a Bee.
Drip 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 on my waist and I keep back it up. 인생은 나를 놀래키려 하지만 sex money murder.
So I personally really like BB, I really liked Casino, and I really liked some of her other releases, so I was glad to see that she finally released like an album. These 2 videos are just something else. I mean, the album is just something else, definitely. It's her style, but she's like a weird, quirky person. So for Bad, Sad, and Mad, you know, it's a vibe, and she's just like in latex, it's kind of like BDSM looking. It's very short, the MV, compared to the actual song on the album. Her main track is Life is a Bitch. And the whole concept of the MV, it's like she's running, but it's different situations while she's running. It's like school life, it's like work working, like you're in prison, and then there's like one where she's in a wedding dress and the groom is running away, and then she just starts crying, and I'm just like, life really is a bitch. But I love that song. That song is such a vibe, and I love that she's like dancing and getting it, and like I like her weirdness. Like I feel like her weirdness is what makes her stand out, and I really like the album in general. And last on our list is G-Idol with a special release called Last Dance, which is a request by our patron, Doug.
온종일 last dance. Yeah. Oh,
And this is a special release for the Universe app. So they went in this like dance EDM track route. The song is nice. I like the chorus drop. I like the whispery singing in the like second half
Which
of
they're
the
just
chorus.
known for, I feel.
I mean, yeah.
It's their style, definitely.
Minnie's voice in like the verse just like really hit me. It was something about
Minnie's
it.
got a great voice.
I was like, yes, girl.
Yeah, and they all looked really great. Obviously, you kind of see like Sujin in the dance shots. I'm like, there she is. But you know, it's nice to see at least giada release something in the midst of that. And yeah, it was a pretty nice song for it being just like a special song instead of like an actual comeback. So we'll see when giada will be able to come back. Hopefully with no scratches. So that wraps up our pretty lengthy K-monthly for the month of April. We promised May we're getting back on track and trying to react to more and out of our little break. But here are all the reactions we did do in April, because we know we did some.
We did some.
We went out of our way to do some.
few.
There's a few. If you guys really enjoyed the K-monthly, we got obviously more coming out throughout the year. So don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out. And also, don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, k.junkies, so you don't miss out on anything that we got planned.
And if you haven't yet, definitely check out our podcast, Talk That. You can find it on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We talk about K-pop stuff. And if you guys want to make special requests like all our patrons did for this video, you can join our Patreon page. You can get benefits on voting for first listens, putting songs in K-monthly, and making ranking requests for our K-countdowns.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Almost 10.
On. I want to be on him. Okay, no. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Natalie. Natalie.
What?
Day 6 is back again. Wait, not again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.